So your Chiefs finally got back in the win column, and they are now plus 300 to win the AFC behind Baltimore. They beat the Patriots by 10 points. The Patriots by 10 points.
Yep.
Is now the best time to double down on the Chiefs winning the AFC?
I mean, it probably would have been before this past week, maybe, but the odds are around the same. Here's the deal. As DeMonze sarcastically says, beat the Patriots by 10 points, as I deal with Wilds and Brew spending the entire show talking about what's wrong with the Chiefs. All right, take the Niners out. Take the Niners out. Who's the team in the NFL that you can confidently say has either less problems or is better than Kansas City? Tell me. Are you going to say Baltimore or are you going to say nobody? Is it Baltimore? You know what?
I was going to say Baltimore.
I'll give you Baltimore. Okay, I'll give you Baltimore. Take the Niners and Baltimore out. Is there any team in the league that you can even feign an argument is better than Kansas City? Is there? Honest question. No,
yeah, I think the one argument would probably have to be Dallas right now, huh?
You want to make the argument for Dallas today? We're going to talk about what Dallas did. You could. So here's my question, because I think it would be. I'm glad you said Dallas. I think right now a fair power rankings might be San Francisco, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Dallas, 1 through 4, right? San Francisco, Baltimore, Kansas City, Dallas. I think that some people would have those power rankings, and I would say that's fine. So if at worst the Chiefs are the third best team in football, do you think they are discussed as such? Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs, outside of my commentary, are discussed like one of the very best teams or a team in wild disarray? Do you think they are discussed like a true bona fide A-level championship contender, or even after going to Gillette, and you said it sarcastically there, beat the Patriots by 10 points, took mercy on the Patriots, took knees when they couldn't even run out the clock to not score 35 on them, a team that everyone was talking about, had the best defense in football the last month, moved the ball at will. Was that the discussion on? Was it that Rashee Rice has come on to where he's going to be 1,000-yard, 10 touchdowns as a rookie, or was it that they have one player on the team that keeps dropping the ball? 53-man roster. Do you think there has been more discussion over the last few weeks about Patrick Mahomes, the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, playing apex level Mahomes the last couple weeks when he hadn't the first 2 months of the year, or about the 28th most important player on the roster, Kadarius Toney? I think it's pretty obvious what it's been. I think that the commentary surrounding the Chiefs has been, they are discussed when we talk about the Chiefs offense. If I tell you right now, they are top 10 in yards and points, I think that shocks the audience. It's like, wait, they're top 10? And that's the thing we talk about being broken. If I tell you right now that the Chiefs have more production from their number one receiver this year, Rashee Rice, than they did last year, you'd say that can't be. They lost Juju, and Juju had 3 touchdowns last year. 3. He didn't have 1,000 yards. And so my frustration is a simple one. They never get blown out. They have no coin flip wins and 4 coin flip losses, and we know those things even out. And all of the discussion is about what's wrong with them. Now, did I do some of that to them by predicting them to go 20-0? Maybe. But that ship has long sailed. They lost first game of the year.
I think
that
people just expect to see Patrick Mahomes. You know, you got the greatest quarterback in the league right now on your team. Probably just expect them to blow teams out or do a little bit better. Probably hold them to a higher standard. Just confused why they're not really taking off.
So I guess, and again, but you said not really taking off. You think the third best team in the league. So if the standard is that if they are not the far and away best team in football, something's wrong with them, then I'm here to tell you no team in league history would live up to that standard every single year. And then we get to Mahomes. So I'm glad you said that, Because here's the other part of it. If I were to tell you right now, Patrick Mahomes this season leads the NFL in total yards, is tied for 4th in the NFL in touchdowns, it has a career high in completion percentage, is 4th in the NFL in QBR. Does that line up with the commentary? No. And he has more picks this year than in years past. But
yeah, I was about
go
to
ahead.
say. Yeah, I was about to say he's got
Go
like
ahead.
a 2-to-1 pick touchdown to pick ratio. A little bit higher
Right,
on the
but
picks,
I guess-
13-25, 25-13.
So I guess I would argue that you can't double dip the criticism. So are those picks because the wide receivers stink and that's the big problem for the Chiefs? Or is it that Mahomes isn't playing up to his standard? Logically, it doesn't quite follow that it's both. It's not the wide receivers are doing Mahomes dirty and Mahomes isn't playing well enough. If you want to say, actually, Mahomes needs to play better, the wide receivers are fine, we can have that discussion. And if you want to say the wide receivers are doing him dirty, then we can have that discussion. But we are going to, and Vegas agrees, by the way, the Niners are massive Super Bowl favorites, and then Baltimore and Kansas City are 2-3, with it being very close. We're going to get to a place where, by the end of the regular season, when all the dust has settled, certainly by the end of the wild card round of the playoffs, the Chiefs are the favorites to win the AFC. And aside from on my show when I'm talking, the vast majority of conversation surrounding them all year has been what's wrong with them. And I think that is misplaced. That's all. We'll see if I'm proven wrong. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.